So today, I am going to sort the entire drawer out for you. I am going to tell you which facial tools have real, genuine evidence behind them, and which ones are mostly a lovely, expensive ritual. What these tools can honestly do for your face, and what no tool on earth can do, no matter what the before and after photo implies. Why the $300 version is very often doing the exact same thing as the $20 one, and how to get the real benefit, the part that is genuinely worth it, for a tiny fraction of what they want you to spend. Nobody paid for this video. No brand, no sponsor, nothing. I have spent years around how these tools get made and marketed, and I can tell you the cost to actually produce most of them is a tiny fraction of what you pay. And the lifting claims are written by people who know exactly how temporary the effect really is. And I want to be fair from the very first second, because this one is important. These tools are not a scam. They feel wonderful. The ritual is genuinely lovely, and some of the effects are completely real. The problem is the gap between what they actually do and the miracle that is being sold. So let me explain the one idea that unlocks this entire drawer, because once you understand it, you can judge any facial tool in seconds. There are two completely different things a tool can do to your face. The first is temporary, things like reducing puffiness, calming, smoothing for a few hours, giving you that fresh, awake, just massaged glow. Think of it like pressing a crease out of a shirt with the warmth of your hand. For a moment, it looks smoother, but nothing has truly changed, and it settles right back. These effects are real, and they are genuinely nice, but they fade, usually within hours. The second is permanent, actually changing the structure of your face, lifting sagging skin for good, tightening it lastingly, reshaping your jaw, erasing deep wrinkles. And here is the line you must hold on to for the rest of your life as a shopper. Almost every facial tool sold to you is selling you the second thing, the permanent miracle, while only actually delivering the first thing, the temporary glow. They show you a sculpted, lifted face, and they sell you a few hours of depuffing. That single swap, permanent promised, temporary delivered, is the engine of this entire industry. And it helps to understand why no surface tool can ever deliver that permanent miracle. The reason your face changes with age is happening deep below the surface. You gradually lose collagen and elasticity in the skin. You lose the fat pads that gave your face its youthful fullness, and even the bone underneath slowly changes shape over the years. A stone gliding across the very top of your skin simply cannot reach any of that, let alone reverse it. It is working on the surface while the real story is unfolding far underneath, completely out of its reach. That is not you using it wrong. That is the hard ceiling of what any external tool can physically do. So let me count down the drawer, from the most overhyped to the one that genuinely earns its place. Number 7, the Jade Roller, the gentle one that started it all, that cool little stone roller you glide across your cheeks. Here is the honest truth. It feels absolutely lovely. The coolness is soothing, and rolling it across your face in the morning can genuinely reduce a little puffiness by encouraging fluid to drain away. That is a real, if small, effect. This is what people mean when they talk about lymphatic drainage. Your body holds a little fluid in the face, especially after a night's sleep, and gently moving it along can reduce that morning puffiness. But notice what that actually is. You are moving a bit of water around for a few hours. It is not detoxing you, it is not sculpting you, and the fluid simply returns. A real effect, but a small and fleeting one. But that is the entire story. It is not lifting your face. It is not building collagen. It is not tightening anything. It is a pleasant, cooling massage that depuffs you for a little while. Worth $10 for the ritual and the morning depuff, absolutely. Worth believing it is turning back the clock, not for a second. Number 6, the Gua Sha stone. The one everyone swears is sculpting their jaw. This is the flat stone you are told to scrape along your face and jawline to sculpt and lift. And here is where the marketing gets genuinely misleading. Gua Sha can absolutely give you a temporary contoured look because by moving fluid away and stimulating the surface, your face can look a little less puffy and a little more defined for a few hours. People film themselves right after and the difference looks real because for that moment, it is. But it is draining puffiness, not sculpting bone. Your actual jawline, the structure underneath, is completely unchanged. By the afternoon, you are back to exactly where you started. You are not reshaping your face. You are giving it a temporary fluid-moving massage and catching it at its best moment on camera. And once you know the trick, you start to see it everywhere. The dramatic before and after is filmed in a single session. The before is shot first thing, puffy, in flat, unflattering light, often from a slightly downward angle. The after is shot minutes later, freshly drained and a little flushed. In nicer light, chin lifted. The tool quietly gets all the credit for what is mostly timing, lighting, and camera angle. You are not looking at months of transformation. You are looking at 20 minutes and a better camera position. Number 5, the luxury markup. And this one should genuinely annoy you. Walk through the beauty hall and you will find Gua Sha stones and rollers ranging from about $10 to well over $100, sometimes far more, sold as premium, elevated, crafted from special crystals with special energy. So let me be very clear. A more expensive stone does not drain fluid any better than a cheap one. The physics of gliding a smooth, cool object across your skin does not improve with the price tag. A $20 Gua Sha and a $200 Gua Sha do the very same limited thing. You are paying that extra money purely for the box, the brand, and the story about ancient energy. The benefit, such as it is, costs about $10. Everything above that is the markup on a feeling. And the crystal energy story does a lot of the heavy lifting on that price. Rose quartz, jade, special stones described as charged with special properties and ancient power. It is a beautiful story, and if it genuinely brings you joy, there is no harm in that. But the cool, smooth stone is doing the exact same simple, physical thing, whether it is a sacred crystal or the cheapest one in the shop. You are paying a luxury price for the mythology, not for the results. Number 4. The ice roller and the cold gadgets, the morning depuff specialists. The ice roller and all the cold tools work on a simple, real principle. Cold temporarily constricts your blood vessels, which genuinely reduces puffiness, and that morning swollen look calms redness and feels wonderfully refreshing. So this one does do something, and on a puffy morning, it can be a real little pick-me-up, but exactly like the others, it is completely temporary. The cold is not tightening your skin in any lasting way, and it is certainly not melting fat or sculpting anything. It is a refreshing, depuffing splash of cold in a convenient roller. Lovely, just not magic. And you can get almost the identical effect from a cold spoon or a bag of frozen peas wrapped in a cloth for free. Number 3. The vibrating and so-called toning wands, the ones that buzz. Here we get to the gadgets that promise that their vibration is toning your muscles, firming, lifting, doing some kind of workout for your face. For most of these simple vibrating wands, the buzzing feels pleasant and may help you relax the muscles and spread your serum around. But there is very little evidence that the vibration itself is meaningfully firming or lifting anything. A lot of the time, you are paying a premium for a pleasant tickle and the suggestion of effort. The vibration is a sensation, not a treatment. Do not confuse the two because the marketing very much wants you to. Number 2, microcurrent. And now, finally, we reach a tool with real evidence behind it. Microcurrent devices, the kind that send a tiny electrical current into your face, are the gadget category with the most genuine science. Used consistently, they can give a real, visible, temporary tightening and toning effect by stimulating the muscles and tissue. This one is not just a placebo, but, and this is the crucial fairness point, there are two big catches. First, the effect is still temporary and depends entirely on consistent use. The moment you stop, over the following weeks, it fades. It is a commitment, not a cure, and there is a real ongoing cost to that commitment. These devices usually need a special conductive gel to work, which you buy again and again, and they ask for several sessions a week, more or less forever, to hold the result. So before you invest, be honest with yourself about whether you will actually keep it up. A powerful tool that ends up in the drawer after 3 weeks does nothing at all, and you will have paid the most in the whole drawer for the privilege. And second, these are the expensive ones, often the priciest tools in the whole drawer, with ongoing costs. So microcurrent is the rare tool that genuinely does something, as long as you understand that something is a modest, temporary lift that you have to keep working for forever. It is the most honest gadget in the drawer, but it is not a facelift. And number one, the tool with the strongest evidence of them all, light, LED light therapy. This is the one with the most serious published science behind it, because it is not relying on massage or cold or vibration. It uses specific wavelengths of light that genuinely interact with your skin. Red light has real evidence for supporting collagen over time, and blue light for targeting the bacteria involved in breakouts. The honest caveats matter. At home, LED devices are usually gentler than the ones in a professional clinic, so the results are slower and more modest, and you have to use them consistently for weeks and months to see anything. But unlike a stone that just moves fluid around, the underlying mechanism here is real and studied. If you are going to spend real money on one tool from this entire drawer, this is the category where your money is buying actual evidence-backed science rather than a beautiful ritual. I will not go deep on it here because it deserves its own full video. But if there is one tool worth your research, it is this one. And here is the honest thing about the whole drawer taken together. Almost none of these tools are completely useless, and almost none of them are miracles. They live in the messy middle, real but small, pleasant but temporary. The trouble is that they are priced and marketed as if they sit right at the miracle end. And that gap between a $10 massage and a $300 promise is exactly where your money quietly disappears. You do not beat this by buying nothing. You beat it by paying the honest price for the honest effect, and never a penny more. So before you buy or believe in any facial tool, here is your 11-second test. 3 quick questions. 1. Is the promised result temporary or permanent? If it claims to lift, sculpt, tighten, or reshape your face for good, be deeply skeptical because almost nothing in this drawer does that. If it honestly offers a temporary depuff or glow, that can be real. Just know it is temporary. 2. Am I paying for the tool or for the effect? Remember, a $10 Gua Sha and a $200 one do the same thing. If the only difference is the box and the story, you are paying for the story. And 3, the most useful one of all. Does it have actual evidence or just a glowing testimonial? For most of the drawer, the honest answer is testimonial. For microcurrent, and especially for LED light, there is genuine science. That distinction tells you exactly where your money is worth spending. And here is the one piece of real information to keep. Almost all of the visible benefit you get from these rituals comes not from the magic of the tool itself, but from the massage, the few quiet minutes you spend, and the oil or serum you glide it with. The tool is mostly the excuse to do the thing that actually helps. If a channel that tells you which is which, with nobody paying for the privilege, is useful to you, subscribe, because that is the whole point of this place. Now the good news, because you do not have to throw the drawer away, and you do not need to spend $300 either. Here is how to actually get the worthwhile part. First, if you love the ritual, keep it. Just buy the cheap version. A $10 or $15 Gua Sha or roller gives you the identical depuffing, the identical lovely few minutes as the luxury one. Spend the difference on something with real evidence or on nothing at all. Second, respect what is actually doing the work. Use a little facial oil or your serum, take your time, be gentle, and enjoy the massage and the calm. That, the consistency, and the few mindful minutes is the real benefit, and it is essentially free. Third, if you genuinely want a tool that does more than depuff, spend your research time on microcurrent or LED light, the two categories with actual evidence, and go in with realistic expectations, a modest effect with consistent use, not a miracle. And fourth, the unglamorous truth. The things that actually change aging skin in a lasting way are not in this drawer at all. They are a good retinoid, daily sunscreen, and time. No stone competes with those. If you genuinely want to change how your skin ages, that is where the real money belongs. On a proven retinoid, on protecting your skin from the sun every single day, and on patience. They are not glamorous, they do not arrive in a velvet box, and they quietly work better than anything you can roll across your face. And let me give you the fair exception one final time, because honesty is the whole point of this place. Please do not throw your Jade Roller in the bin feeling foolish. If your Gua Sha gives you 5 calm minutes in a stressful day, if the ice roller makes a puffy morning bearable, if the ritual makes you feel cared for, that has genuine value, and there is no shame at all in loving it, a temporary depuff and a moment of calm are real, lovely things. The point of this video was never to shame you out of a ritual you enjoy. It was to make sure you are not paying $200 for a $10 effect, and not pinning your hopes on a permanent miracle that no tool can deliver. Enjoy the ritual for what it truly is. Just do not pay miracle prices for a massage. So here is the real villain, and it was never your wish to feel a little more lifted, a little more refreshed, a little more cared for. The villain is an industry that took a simple, pleasant massage, a cool stone, and a few mindful minutes worth about $10, and dressed it up as ancient sculpting magic, photographed it at its most flattering temporary moment, stamped a luxury price on it, and sold you the fantasy of a surgeon in a drawer. They sold you a permanent promise while quietly delivering a temporary glow, and they charged you a premium for the gap. But now you can see straight through it. You know what is real, what is temporary, and what is genuinely worth your money. So tell me in the comments, and I read every single one. Which facial tool is sitting unused in your drawer right now, the one that promised the world and delivered a nice 5 minutes? And which one, if any, did you genuinely love? I have a feeling we are all going to recognize ourselves in these answers. And if this helped you see your own drawer a little more clearly and saved you from the next expensive gadget, stay with me. Because next time we are pulling apart another beautiful promise the beauty industry has been quietly overcharging you for. I will see you there.